Happy birthday, William Shakespeare! Happy birthday! It's now been 1 year since I uploaded my top 5 anime that should get a remake the 23rd of April. And since then, well, some of these entries actually made some progress. I recommend you to watch the video first, so you know the context of this video. Because today, we are going to look at most of these entries and see how they fare now in 2016. But first, I want to say this. What I meant by remake or reboot in that video was that they should only change what the show had. Not to add a story outside of the show and not just fix small issues. For example, when I want a remake of The Hobbit, I want it remade with a new cast and changes to the story presented in that movie. That doesn't mean I want to bring in Lord of the Rings, which happened afterwards, or just change the video format. I'm telling this since some people in the comment section didn't get the first hand. Now we got that out of the way, let's begin. The first thing that video showed was Captain Harlock. Well, that one got an own stage play planned in the summer. Not much to say, but I hope it's over. Same goes for Rurouni Kenshin. Then we have Sailor Moon, which goes without saying. It has now got another season on its newly remade. Despite it having questionable quality on its first season, it was apparently good enough to have plenty of others. Which makes me wonder why. It's because of nostalgia, or because they sponsored the fuck out of it. Then we have Berserk, which is going to have an anime series in the summer, which is going to be about the Black Swordsman arc. Wait, it gets better. They also finally left the boat in the manga. Woohoo! On the 5th spot, I had Fist of the North Star. I wish for a remake or something that would follow the manga more closely with both design and story. Well, in one hand we got strawberry flavored, which kind of looked like the remake I wanted. But in the other hand, we got DD Hokuto No Ken 2. If you want to know more about them and my opinion, the link is in the description below. On the 4th spot, I had Kinnikuman. To be honest, we haven't got much news from this series, but I believe that we will get some news later this year. The reason are this year has 3 days that we celebrate this series, and that the interest of old and wrestling anime have been rekindled with the announcement of the new Tiger Mask. So hold your fingers crossed, everyone. At the 3rd spot, I had Vampire Hunter D, where, surprise surprise, that a new dub for 1985 movie from Sentai Filmworks, and a new CG animated series. It might not be made by Production IG, which I asked for. But hey, the other company made Tekken Blood Vengeance and have both the original creator and the director of Bloodlust on board, so I guess I'm happy about it. At the 2nd spot, I had Nausicaa. Now this one I heard nothing from. Sure, we have the movie When Marnie Was There, and the Ronja TV series, which I'm going to review one day, but there has been no mention of Nausicaa whatsoever. So for any of the series I mentioned so far, this is the only one I have doubts of. And on the number 1 spot, we have the big one, Devilman. Back when I was writing the script for the video, I had no idea that something Devilman related was being made. So the last part was added in because I found out just then that was being announced. I was very happy to think that Devilman was getting an anime that followed the manga more closely. However, I then learned there was a promotion poster for the Cyborg 009 vs Devilman, which had 3 episodes. At first, it seemed that this one would be forgotten by the audience outside of Japan, as there was no English subtitles. Fortunately, the 1st of April, out of nowhere, Netflix started to stream, not only with multiple subs, but with also an English dub. And yes, I will eventually review this one, as it's been on my to-watch list for way too long. There's also something in the comment section that I thought was interesting. The YouTuber user Gin-san wanted a remake of the popular 80s anime City Hunter. Well, Gin-san, you got something relevant at least. special DVD should be available right now, but I haven't seen much of it back when I posted a video about the news. There's also apparently another live-action version of City Hunter, but this time from Belgium, which is called XYZ The City Hunter. Oh, great. Now there's 3 live-action City Hunter that I have to be keeping an eye on. God damn it! Besides that, it's kind of interesting to see how people say that Ashita no Joe deserved to be remade. Personally, I disagree. Because series like Ashita no Joe, its sequel, or Rose of the House are already great as they are. Some people I talk to like the overall design and story, which differs somewhat from the source material. What these anime might need, however, is a better animation and fixes on its shades. Besides that, it doesn't need much changes for it to adapt to newer audience. Let's call it digital remastering. You know those animation dolls and dastardly Pachinko machines of producers. This video was not purposely made to boast on how we're getting things and artists don't, but to show we're getting something at all. For series like Devilman, Tiger Mask, and Vampire Hunter D, which have been inactive for too long, suddenly getting new anime out of nowhere, it's somewhat bittersweet. What I meant by bittersweet is that this could only mean 2 things for these series. One is that we are going to get something which role is replaced the original anime. Or 2, there's only going to be there for the time being and serve no further purpose than keep the fans alive, just for a while longer. Indeed a classic trick to bring people back by manipulating their feelings for something nostalgic. I mean, it works for most of the series, except for Lupin and Dragon Ball, which seems to never fade away. I remember back in 2008 when Dragon Ball released a special called Yo, Son Goku and his friends return, and I remember being excited about it. I thought this would be used to expand the series and be used in the future. Well, it was used in the game Raging Blast 2, but that's about it. Hell, I can't even find relevant when it's special in the new Dragon Ball Super or the recent movies. But hey, that's a special and not a remake. But that doesn't mean we should not be skeptical with every new announcement of a remake. I just hope the new remake can show us why we still like the series, and not remind us what we used to like. You know what I'm saying? Make fresh air rather than old familiar scent. This is Taff, or Cool Taff, or Icy Taff. And remember to take your weekly dose, always.